Can you believe this is going to be the away end of a League One club next season? Probably, actually, to be honest. This is the rise and fall of Luton Town. Now, not much needs to be said about the rapid rise of Luton Town. They, of course, managed to get all the way from the National League to the Premier League in 15 years, something that had never been achieved before, and with a player, Peli Kampanzu, who went on to play for them in every single division. It was a fairy tale story with a ground that didn't seem suitable, and they even put up a fight in the Premier League, finishing 18th in the league and only 6 points off Nottingham Forest. Now finding themselves back in the Championship, they'd be hoping parachute payments would offer them some stability. But instead, after a rocky start and a pretty shaky middle of the season, in an absolutely titanic relegation clash, an absolute disaster has struck, being relegated by goal difference just behind Hull. That is back-to-back relegations, despite keeping a lot of their players from the Prem. The likes of Carlton Morris, Elijah Adebayo, who impressed in the Premier League, Alfie Doherty, who people were talking about playing left-back for England, Tim Krul, Thomas Kaminski, Shandon Baptiste, Ted and Mengi, Tahit Chong, Marvellous Nakamba. These are all players who'd played in the Premier League either with Luton or for other teams, and yet now find themselves in League One. Truthfully, the bad first half of the season was enough to sink them, despite getting things back together in the final 10 games of the campaign, and it seems to be a mystery as to how they ended up in this situation in the first place. And they also probably become the first team to get back-to-back relegations in the same shirt, after choosing to use the same home shirt as they did in the Premier League. Either way, they've still got all that Premier League money and some good players still, but can they bounce back? Let me know down below. I would love to see them back in the Prem.